Yeah, okay. This video is a quick video of the problem back in 1989. So when they evict me from Brooklyn, right? Okay. I run into, a few girls took care of me, but a girl took care of me in an apartment, but she was on drugs, basically. And you know the deal. You know what I'm saying? Evict me from Brooklyn, I'll be back around. Like I said, back around now. In the street, though, we're living in the hood, though. And the first one. So evidently, she took care of me. She was a nice girl from Kateria Co-op City named Caliber, right? A nice girl. I met her one day when I was starving, when I had nothing to eat on the street that day. And I was living somewhere. And she bought me a plate of Kentucky Fried Chicken. A very nice girl, so I ended up doing her a favor of her, this going on 89, as, she been on the street, but I didn't know she was from Co-op City. So I helped her out, take care of her. I went to work, I didn't give a shit what she does. If she was smoking, I said, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Because that day, I couldn't even find a pantry. I don't know how to hustle on the street at that point, right? Okay, I know one thing, they don't took my dad money. But anyway, evidently, right, she's a nice girl. Had 4 sisters, you know what I mean? Well taken care of. This is Co-op City, well taken care of. They didn't need no drug money or spend the money, but she was just a person that lingered in the neighborhood all the time, right? And when she lingered in the neighborhood, she got sick. When she got sick with HIV, and then she went to tell her sister, but, her sister take care of her. But when I talked to her sister, I said, I don't know much about it, but carried to the disease. We never had no sex or nothing because she was always hanging around the drug dealers, them. You know what I mean? When she picked that up, it could be false, too, because she was a girl about 150. Stacking, well taken care of, older of all the sisters. Then basically, she had a son. I know very well. So evidently, I took care of her while I go to work. But evidently, she started to get sick, and she was taking medication. So this is towards the medication at that point before this mechanic showed up. The medication that I tested her out with, because I told her, what medication you taking? She said she was taking some medication that the doctor prescribed. So I say, you sure it was a doctor? You sure now? So I tell her, a month go by, the prescription was bothering her stomach. It seemed like the crack was doing it, but it wasn't really the crack. It's the medication, really. So one day I just told her, give me the medication, and I drop it in the bottle. The medication never dissolve. Never dissolve in a bottle. None of the medication. Let me tell you something, homie. To take other pills on the medication, you got to know this rule. If no medication dissolve in 20 minutes, then that's what you got. A stupid-ass spick mechanic running around with high blood pressure. If it does not dissolve in a bottle of 20 minutes, that's no medication, right? Because you have to take other medication behind it. But that's the same thing with Carla. I said something wrong with the medication. He said, why? Because if you smoking, the medication dissolve. The medication in the bottle never dissolve for a whole day. That's what's so surprising about it. A whole fucking day? I said, nah, this ain't no medication, dude. I don't know what the fuck it is, man. Okay, if anything dissolve in your system for a long time, then you have to take more out of any medication behind it. It's no shit you walk around with your system for 20 fucking, all morning, right? Okay, so evidently, that's the same problem when I tell you high blood pressure. I deserve to take all this time because just remember the pharmaceutical and the medication and the cancer bullshit was out. They finished years ago. This over 35 years. Don't believe the cocksucker toasting up shit in the paper, G. They was done, finished already. School, university, and medical with the fraud bullshit, doing the bullshit in the city was done, finished in 1994. Let me tell you something, 1994. So evidently, the medication in the bottle that she was taking, it never dissolved because I left it there for a whole day and I went to work. I said, dude, something wrong with this medication. Well, how you supposed to take aspirin or go see a damn doctor? How you supposed to take something behind it, go see a doctor? Every damn time how you supposed to take the herbal stuff? See a damn doctor before you take it? Come on, player. There's something wrong with it. You know, right? Because let me tell you something. Any medication that you take, for instance, right, it's going to dissolve less than 30 minutes to a half an hour. That means in the next 4 hours, you could take something else. You could take herbal, right? And the motherfucker know, even the mechanic running around here know it for years in the shelter, right? Because like I told him, put your medication in the bottle and leave it there. The shit ain't dissolve all day, G. What fucking medication you gonna take in your stomach early in the morning that don't dissolve all day? Come on, you could drink a whole lot of water. If I put it in the bottle of the water and it don't dissolve, well, we're trying to tell your ass. Something wrong with it, right? Okay, because let me tell you something. Since I'm in the gym, I take other medication too beside the herbal thing. Now, how am I supposed to sit under the herbal thing, the Blanco Binko, when the shit never dissolve, right? So now at that point, it take me to the point is, right, I got some HIV medication that I reserved from somebody. And, yeah, we're going to do it again. We're going to toast it in the bottle, right? Right? In the bottle. Right? Okay. In the bottle, right? You see this, the bottle here, right? Okay. The bottle, right? Okay. We're going to toast it there, right? And this what? This about 10. Okay. This is 10. Drop it in the bottle, 10, right? Okay. See, it's in the bottle? See, at the bottom, right? This is HIV medication, right? And from there, I'm going to give the results maybe about 6 in the evening. So this is about maybe 9 in the morning, I guess. And you're going to see what I'm talking about. Because that's the same thing when I told Carla Oliver. I said, your medication to dissolve, what aspirin you going to take behind it? I said, something wrong with it, G. No medication don't take hours to dissolve. So evidently, of course, the GMC going to put a fake shelter up and talking about take your medication there. But really, did they ever check them? Because if this medication does not dissolve and you sitting under high blood pressure for a couple of hours in a shelter with electric current with a stupid mechanic, what do you think they were sitting under? Well, like I say, you go to the doctor and tell him what the microwave said, right? Okay, right? Because you give me a pill that takes 9 fucking hours to dissolve. This in the 87, homie. I remember like yesterday, because that was a nice girl that really looked out for me. She bought me a plate of food, a Chinese when I was starving. My cousin didn't give a fuck about that bullshit in Brooklyn and Franklin. He represent Brooklyn. That's that bullshit there from the 90s. Do you understand? He wouldn't care. He shot me like a little baby. And Kateria, that's my problem. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm starving. Homeboy couldn't even give me a plate of fucking Chinese chicken wing with a bobtail and fly body, right? That's what correct me and her got in together. She the one came and bought it for me for $3.50. So now we put it in the bottle again. Once again, all these years. And why you think they put the shelter and the mechanic there? Cause we're going to tell by the end of the day, dude, right? By the end of the day, this should be dissolved at the end of the day on the next video cut, right? And I prove my point. The fucking pills they give you, put the dissolve in 30 minutes, not no motherfucking 9 or 10 hours talking about you can't take no other pill. Yeah, can't take no other pill sitting in the shelter. Of course a doctor could tell you the bullshit because the high blood pressure sitting there, right? And if like high blood pressure make with any herbal tea, and you can't take this, how you supposed to take that, right? Because that's the main criteria. Like I say, end it for now. Got shit to do. And we can take it back today, later on in the day with the same bottle. Got it? Same bottle. Same pill at the bottom. See how it ain't melt yet? Okay. By the end of the day, it should melt, right? If I'm right, right? Okay. Let's see how long it's going to take. End of the story.